the argument between Korach and Hadassah. I want to broaden out a little bit. I want to read to you what the Rabbeinu Bachia says about that machlokes. What was the machlokes between Korach and Hadassah? He says a very strong word. Kol machlokes shel Torah Shem Shem Shamayim Hu machlokes Korach Shoshis al Torah. We make a comparison. The Mishnah says the machlokes of Hillel and Shammai is the machlokes of the Shem Shamayim, and machlokes Korach against Moshe was not the Shem Shamayim. So what's the comparison? So he worries about the comparison. They are both in the same category of machlokes, except the machlokes of both were in Torah, except the machlokes of Shammai Hillel was the Shem Shamayim in Torah, and the machlokes of Korach and Moshe was also in Torah, but not the Shem Shamayim. Avol shar machlokes, but any other argument, shel bnei adam, ein royal likos machlokes shel Shammai, doesn't even have the name, gets the value called machlokes Shem Shamayim. Ki Kivon shein ika machlokes b'shel Torah, the machlokes is not really Torah. Ein ze ela kesher shel Rishon. It's called a kesher shel Rishon. What's it called? Kesher shel Rishon. They royal haskir b'chlal machlokes. Don't even mention that. Everybody says, "Look, I'm having a machlokes with Shem Shamayim. I mean well." So we don't know. That's not. The Shem Shamayim means a Torah machlokes, according to the Shiur's Rabbeinu Bachia. A machlokes of the Shem Shamayim not only is only in Torah, but a machlokes not in Torah is what? Not machlokes. And if they have any argument, it's called Kesher Shel Rishon. Now, who is this talking about? There's the one in Sanhedrin Chotval. And if you have a Sanhedrin, I'll tell it over. You have a good one. Let's tell over the story quickly. The Gemara in Sanhedrin Chotval. That's so ridiculous. Now a kesher shel Rishoyim is called Eino Min HaMinya. It's not counted. It doesn't exist. Okay. What's the case, the classical case of kesher shel Rishoyim? It works like this. Now here's the story. There were two Torah leaders, two great Torah leaders. One was Shivna, and he had Dorash Tilisa Rebuye. He had 130,000 students. There were 30,100 students. Okay. Cheskia, the king, had Dorash Bachad Sar Rabus. He had less. He had 10,100 students. Okay. So now who is greater? So Shivra was greater than Chizkiah. He had more students meant more quality of learning. That's what it was. Now what happened? Ki also Sancheriv, when Sancheriv came, the Tzor Olod Yerushalayim, he made a siege around Yerushalayim. Kosav Shivra Pitka, he made a little paper. B'shoda B'gira, he threw it by an arrow. And what did it say in the Pitka letter? Shivna B'siyato Hishlimu. We, my group, there were two groups in the city then. My group, which is the strong group, the bigger group, agrees to make peace with you. Chizkiah B'siyato Hishlimu. They didn't make peace. Shenema, Kino Shem, Botzer. So now, Misafke Cheskia had a problem. Dilma Chas v'Shalom Nate Daita Kosh Baruch Botzer. The rulers should go after what? The majority. And since the majority held what? That you got to make Shalom, he has to make Shalom. Why? Even the Ruba. Since Mimse Inu Nami. Mimse Inu Nami Mimse. I will also give myself. What's the law? You go after the majority. In other words, I hold one, but he holds the other one. And now, since the majority is against, what I got to do? I got to remove my view to the majority. Bonovi came Yeshaya Hanovi. Romalin said to Cheskiyo Hamelech, Lo Yitomru, don't say Kesher L'chol. Asher Yoyim Mazeh Kesher. Kloime Kesher Shamhu. The Kesher Rishon Eino Min Aminim. Okay. He said this group is not considered, even though the majority is not called majority. None of the majority. There's the Rishon and the majority. Why the majority? Why the Rishon? What are they doing? They were called Rishon. Because he wanted to, this is Lashon Hara, Shivna wanted with Lashon Hara get rid of Chizkiyahu Melech. And he wanted to be like Chizkiyahu Melech. So he had a personal thing in the argument, whatever it may be, and therefore with the Machlekes, nothing to do with Torah, although it had to do with peace. So we learned from here that, let's say the government, majority of the government, you have to listen to the majority, this is the Mizrahi idea, you got to follow the Mizrahi. Which is, since the majority of the Jewish people voted for the government, and the government now selects the rabbis, the Rabbanan Harashas, therefore you operate and listen to Rabbanan Harashas, because they're view of the majority of people. So we answer what? Gemara said in Chavav, Kesher Sharashon. The majority of these people, since it's not involved with Torah, and involved with their own personal gain, has no value as a majority. There's no legal right. But really, who does this go on? They held two great rabbis. Rash Lakish called them Kesher Shel Rishon. Very big rabbis. He also said, listen, we don't have to listen to your Kesher Shel Rishon. Two big rabbis. Okay? So comes along you have to see this Gemara, it's very interesting. Comes along Rabbeinu Bachya, and he makes a statement. What does he say? That what? That a machlekes has to do with Torah, a philosophical argument, an argument about what's the main and not in Torah. That's called a machlekes l'shem shemayim, not l'shem shemayim. I mean, machlekes is, it could be shem, if it's, so what's the quality of not l'shem shemayim, machlekes shel Torah? If it's a machlekes not Torah, it's not even a machlekes, there's nothing. It's Kesher Shel Rishon, each one what they want, how they're going to do. It doesn't mean it's valuable. It's not even on machlekes l'shem shemayim. But if you have a machlokes in Torah, so that will be what? If you make l'shem shemayim, not l'shem shemayim. What makes it shelo l'shem shemayim according to Rabbeinu Bachya? Kiven sheyarotzim lehishtarer lo yumedaber lifnei gedolim mehem. In other words, you look at the level of Korach and Moshe, there's no comparison. They wanted to push their view into another stream level of individuals that are not in the same level as them. They want to push their ideas into a society that's not theirs. Correct? What are you getting involved with Moshe Rabbeinu? He's bigger than you. What are you getting involved with? You can raise your hand and say, I have a point of information. I'd like you to look up a source. But who are you correct to find with Moshe? What are you now, even if you have a wonderful point, but how can you on your level argue? That's a machlekes. Who says this? Now, in order to get that, you got that. What's Shalosh? Who are you on? You have a point of view. Maybe when the rabbis will die and want to take over, by default you'll have your ideas. But right now, like it says, by Hillel and Shammai, There, Shammai doesn't exist. Shammai doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Shammai doesn't exist. Where are you going? Where are you? Okay. In other words, where are you in the argument? What do you have? You have a point of view. You can think about it or consider it, but two equals are not there. That's machlek. Not equals, and you want to push to be an equal. That's a machlek Yeshiva.
You said Hillel and Shammai were equals.
Equal, yeah.
Right, but can I ask you a question? Why if there's a machloket, it's not called a machloket, but if there's an argument outside of Torah, why is it called a Rishayim? What is, I mean, why say it's not a machloket, but why say a Rishayim?
No. Depends what they did, what they say. If you have a good point, good. But it's not called machlik shem shemayim. You can't say, I'm fighting l'shem shemayim. You know my heart and being. I'm helping this in l'shem. Now, what I want to do today is, I have one of my Moros coming. 2 articles, famous articles. This book is out of print. When it was printed, they took it out of print.
What year was that?
When I was a young boy, maybe 50 years ago, they took it out. You want to get the book? Thank you so much. Okay. We all went. Okay. I want to give out these, but I want these back because these are out of print. Mamish out of print. And we're going to have to give out the different pages here. Because it says to get these pages out to us. Not only it's out of print, but they took it off the market. Like X-rated. But I hope I was Zocha in my lifetime to meet this man here from Torah. I was Zocha to hear him. I received help from him. Speak. I helped him out once myself personally. I helped this rabbi out. He was the Mashiach of Slava. But I want to go through it. Now, therefore, it comes out that I want to show you. I have 2 machlokes I want to discuss with you. It's called a philosophical machlokes in Torah between 2 people. Well, I'm taking one example, Abraham and Lot. And the other one's going to be, if we get it on time, I have time to teach it, which is what? Hagar and Sarah. Interesting? I got that one. That's right. Avraham below. Now, in order to build up the machlokas, I have these 3 more pages. So in order to build up the machlokas, you have to build up the personality. Not 2 lowlives of reading in the street fighting, but 2 great Torah personalities. So if a Torah personality is fighting, he's fighting with Torah, fighting with a philosophical view, along the Shiur approach, an understanding. It's an understanding of life, understanding of Torah. Okay? So first you have to have the ma'ala, greatness of love. Go ahead. Who would like to read? Hebrew, in English. Raise your hand, those who want it. Okay. If we're going to look at the image of Avinu, Ono Roim also Kulo Dovak Bashem. You see Avinu what? Totally dedicated, connected to Hashem. And if you want to explain a little bit something. Sit over here and tell him. Explain it. The Madrega Merkove L'Shchina, like the foundations of the Shechina. Shekom Masav Hoyu Chesed Mizdavore. What does that mean? Everything he's done, he's comparing to God as Chesed, the epitome of Chesed, which he's like mirroring. The word is mirroring, imaging Hashem. What's he doing? Mirroring, imaging Hashem. This is the essential, main desire, will, goal, being of Avinu. of all this outcomes, the Kamosha Chesed L'Avraham. The name Chesed more like synonymous. Oh, yeah, Shamayim, yeah. Do you have any, what's going on a copy? Yeah. He said that Machlokes of Korach, Vadosa was a din Machlokes in Torah. Machlokes stand in the world about what kinds of things do this is called Kesher Shol Rishon. Like nothing. So you're not Machlokes. No. Now it means that every argument that's l'shem and not l'shem has to be a Machlokes in Torah. A sachtal approach and understanding. We'll discuss later. A husband and wife. What are they arguing? Are they arguing in Torah? Not even a machlek, l'shem shema. Not the man in the world. The man in the parish. Not the parish. Unless they're arguing in Torah. Who's that?
What?
Come here. Who's that? Come here, come. Okay? V'chein ono lahaskil. Ulahavin shekol ma shelem b'Torah b'sipur ma'asav u'merirosav hakol yichesed Hashem b'shleimus amitas ad ein chay. So every act of Avinu, who his whole goal in being and the whole self is what? Chesed. So everything he does, how do you look at Avinu? Chesed. You got to see the chesed in every deed that Avinu does, because he's full of chesed. He's emulating God. He's mirroring and imaging Hashem. He's doing cultivating, acting. Every deed is chesed. Loy ben achi Avraham holach achi Avraham. Ozav es bais ovim arts malato v'yitzoyis liyos talmid neman l'Avraham. What did Lot do? He gave up everything to be what? A talmid of what kind of talmid? Talmid neman. Avraham recognized the goodness, the good qualities of Lot. And what did he do? He says, come on my team, the bandwagon. So, Lot was who? A talmid of a very high quality. Lot ishtatef amar b'nisyonis rishon lazav as base of it. Goyfen shelachor nira nisyonis shaloi godol mishal Avraham. Shekin Avraham chari ha'novi Hashem shed b'dveikos of Hashem olo al kol hanaviyim u'b'vadi yeshol rishon b'kol Hashem lazav as base of it. Afilu yilo hoyo hatzi v'meis Hashem k'may shor b'nisayon ha'keda b'li kol avtachos brachos. V'chol shekein shekishapirish lo Hashem v'chol ha'brachos ha'megiyos le'nin kiyum shal mitzvah. Let's go back again. Definitely Lot had a greater test than Abraham. Why? Abraham was a prophet of Hashem, and he collected himself to Hashem. So therefore he had to listen to God. And he had to live his house. Even if he didn't get any promises or anything. And surely if he gave him blessings, he had to leave and do this mitzvah. So Hahine Zekvar Mafis Minanel Megdul Shishon. Surely it means that if God's going to give you all the blessings, of course you're going to do it. I say, stay in there to show you got a good chassan that knows Torah. Right? What are you going to say? Of course. Get up, bro? Get up, bro. Okay. Ki mize lo yelech achet varshem. This bar berches brodel kazo. We're going to give you a bracha, you'll run like anything. Of course you'll stay and do it. Ela sho'onu ma'vinim kenisyan ishlam rabinu hoya rak al matzpuni machshavto shebelev amuki omek l'mtzayas levavinem Hashem. What was Avraham Avinu's task? The inner fibers of the sinews of the subconscious of his heart and understanding. Right? If he's faithful to Hashem. Avraham Avinu lo halach ach Hashem b'shvil eila habrachos. Oy Hashem hoya ma'ava shlo al manas the kava pras la komashi ha pras yesh garo Hashem yesh gedelo sal sal ratzona nafshi nimshacha pras garo shel fanav adrav, because the pras was so great. It was a bigger test. Why? Because why is he doing it? For the money, for the gain? It's going to have a big name. But he's doing it why? Because he loves God. So he had to make sure when he had the decision, it was only love of God. However, Lot, like he didn't have this completeness. Also clearly Shehiskil lahovim lalech zachem aram ulazilas beis oven artzum lagul yez ger be'eretz nochim. In other words, what was Lot was a greater test. It wasn't so great. God didn't speak to him, but he knew this is the right thing. I got to leave my house I got to dedicate myself only to my Rebbe and to Torah. Pirish Chazal. Etz hatzlocha shaloi balicha acha Abraham shezocha lishtalim liyatzir v'nafshu shorish malchus beis David. What happened in the end? What happened because he went? What did he win? When he listened to the rabbis and helped the rabbis, what did he do? וגם לא יכול לאחר יוצאים בוקר עליהם וישמע את זה ואפתו ביומר שני אוהלים רות המואב ונעמה הנומן אבל יוצא מצאסי דוד עבדי היכל מצאסי בסדום של מוסר של דוד עבדי חויסר ננסה כבר מקופלס בו שלמויס נפלו היא עד אין חקר גם אחר שנפעם נסחר בעצדיים לא יורד נגלוס ולא יורד את שלניס וזויס ובסדום מוצא של דוד עבדי סגולה אין סגולה. Where did the Moaviyah come from?
Lot.
From Lot. So therefore, and where did his test come from? From Abraham. When his test was greater than Abraham. So the Mashiach came from Lot because his test was, he didn't have all the greatness of Abraham Avinu, of Dakas, but for him, since God didn't speak on him, and he knew this was the right thing, he was ready to sell us out, to go with his Rabbi and be Neman. So what happened? He was able to have his Malchus faced up, and he was able to be from Lot comes who? Malchus faced up, the kingdom of David. Why? Because he was ready to sacrifice everything for Torah, even to be second fiddle with Abraham. So what Hashem make second fiddle? First fiddle. He became David Amram. This one became David, which was the first fiddle part, right? He became David, we're going to be the Goldstein brother. So from second fiddle came first fiddle. Fiddle means from that second position. He was going out to help his Rebbe. He's not going to get the game, the Rebbe, but he wanted to the truth, he's ready to go. And he took that great Nisayon, so what happened? He was able to get to have the shorish, the foundation of Beis David. Because Gamalo, he had Sonu Bokavalu. And Rabbi Botzer, David Abdi, where did he find him? In Sodom. In other words, where we find David, the foundation in Sodom. It was David HaMelech was already in the embryonic stage by Lot. The Lord had him out to just come out from Lot to become from this decision making of giving up everything and going to dedicate to who? To even be second fiddle, to be the Talmud of this great Rebbe Avraham who was so pure. What did Hashem make him do? Very good. Malchus based on it. That was the foundation. Okay? So now, we have now the vikuach between the students, the Talmidim of Lot and the Talmidim of Avraham. Okay? So now we have two great giants. Avraham, the Jewish nation, and Lot. From him is going to come out that he's within Lot's inner fibers of his being, of his decision making, of what he gave up in order to sacrifice for, to be the Talmud of Avraham, to go out. There was a reward of what? Okay. Now, these two great Torah luminaries are now going to have a fight, a clash. What happened? He builds it up, who they are and what they are. So if he sacrificed to be Abraham, so why are you ready to leave him? Question, contradiction. Maybe this fact he's going to leave him. Is this reason the foundation of the embryonic seed? There's going to come David HaMelech, the Malchus of David. And you want to be connected to Abraham, who is a mirror of Kula Chesed from Hashem, the epitome of Hashem in land, to the human being. So then why did Lot want to leave him? How can it be? Because his students fight, therefore Abraham is going to leave his Rebbe Abraham. איך יאפשר לו לתלמיד נאמן שכמויסי לאחרס מרבא התאים? שכל טובי העולם שואפים להזדבק, because everybody want to get close to him. The whole world wants to get close to Avram Avinu because he has the source of the following the Torah, the foundation of the Jewish nation. So why do you want to leave? And not only that, a bigger question. How many this Talmud of Avram Avinu wants to leave Avram, the source of good, and connect to these low-life people? The people who have AIDS, who are involved in all kinds of terrible things. They don't do chesed into themselves. All these type of lesbians and AIDS out. Doesn't matter, I think what that means. אלא שיש לשאול גם על הרב בעצמו. לא מריחך את תלמידו. ונוח לחינוך, so that's okay, good, that's what's an avlot. So then why did Avram say, yeah, get out, he pushed them out. So why don't we push them out? וכי בשביל שלא תהיה מריבה בין הרואים שרח יום אלו, חפרנו אחד, because there should be fight between the students, he said, get out, leave me. הלא יכול לצלס הרואים שלא ירבו עם רואים, and רואה אלוהי, כי גולו הוא מעל השלום. He could have said to a student, listen, main thing is peace, peace. Why do you have to say, no, they're fighting, we accept the situation, they're fighting, and therefore what? Leave. He had an alternative possibility. What? Tell the students, make peace. No, listen to them, don't make peace, go to Hashem. Can you please pass back this page? What? I can't hear you. Okay, I'll take it, no, I can't have these papers going on.
They're X-rated?
What?
They're X-rated, so...
X-rated. All the papers. They say, okay, these are X-rated, I can't get them. Okay? Let's get into it. You wonder why it's X-rated?
Maybe you can't pass it on if the students still fight. Maybe the students still fight, that means he didn't pass it on.
Okay, we'll see right away. We'll see right away, lady. Okay? Now, everybody got a copy? Abba Mistakel, Samachas, please. Okay, oh wait, okay, tell me.
How many years? Love with Mama Shiur, like big rabbi?
That's right. Big rabbi. What came out of him? No, love and Mala.
What?
Love and Mala.
Oh, yeah.
I'll pick on it. I don't think I'm going to finish this. I'll tell you, you listen to it. This is beautiful. Alam Istakel Bahakora Behira. You have real clear vision of understanding. The Beisho Shamavi, let's look into the house of Allah. Moshe's Bible talking about Chayim al-Korchi Yovin. Shlo Yishakan, quiet, shh. Shlo Yishakan, Maria Ben Royam Pshutim Harbe, Bishvil Mara Vatsoin Habokla. Okay. There wasn't an argument over the animals per se. There wasn't an argument over the animals per se. Elohai is the Inyan Shel Chalukei Deo. Must have been an argument of the sacral argument of the halach of understanding of the Torah. Ben Chachomim, Hamadukim Mitzvahs, Al Pichoi HaTorah. People who were involved in the depth of understanding of the Torah, the depth of understanding what to do. Kin Shenemar, Divrei Ribois B'Sharecha Beidin Ledin, Mekamta Valisa. Sharei Beis Hashem Avinu Hoya Mishkan, Mekudesh Hashem is like the temple of Hashem, the holy of Hashem was right there. Kul Avodas Hashem, the whole house of Avram Avinu was what? Totally dedicated to serving God. But even if you see his mishpat, everything he did was mishpat with tzedakah. Yeshua l'tzayir shom mariva, chomri has been your name. A moment you can argue over money, of physical money. Here machlekes bein hachom mahu ratzain Hashem. Only is what is the will of God. L'das es hatoiv es hara. Hamoisa v'aso hashlemus hachisor shekolecha misnag b'shitas miten ha'amzus l'shlemus l'msetein b'nei Hashem. And the argument is only what? To only find what does God want. What was the argument? What does God want? Omnam b'divrei chazal matzina b'yah inyono shal b'yidah.
שויף מתחילה בין הרואים ואחר בין אברהם ולוט. והברכי בשם ריבה מונבן, בהמתו של אברהם היה יוצא זמונה, ובהמתו של לוט היה יוצא זמונה. היה אומר לכם רואי אברהם, הוא תור הגזל. והיה אומר להם רואי לוט. כן, אומר הקדוש לאברהם, לזרח את עין הסרט הזאת. ואברהם אינו מילד ולא בן אוכב יורשו, ואין אוכלין בדידהון אוכלין. אומר להם הקדוש ברוך כך אמרתי, זר נסעתי, הם עשיתי שיעקב עשיתי נסעתי. They had a problem of they let the animals out to eat. Did they cover their mouths or not when they went out to the field? Some of you know animals were covered and loads were not. So Abravinu's and people said, "Hey, Lot, why do you have the animals with open mouths eat the grass? Isn't that stealing?" And Lot was saying, "What do you mean? Didn't God say that this all land is ours, and the children of Abraham are going to get it? And since Abraham has no children, he cannot produce children. So who's going to get it? No, they have the promise." We're not eating theirs, we're eating ours. So God says to them, listen, true, you're going to get it. But when? When I will destroy the 7 nations, then you'll get it, but not now. Okay? There was a fight between Amavinu and should they eat from the grass, and is it gezel or not? And all low people said, we can, because we're going to, this is our land, we're going to inherit it. And I said, listen, we didn't inherit it yet, after we destroyed the 7 nations. Koloima. Pilpulu, they argue. Hitbaklu, they argue. Vavonas hanavua, shenem alama, choice etrom, kamor parsha betar. But it's a parsha, Torah. What is the status of the land now? Eretz Yisrael. Roy lo, Haim Talmidah, the Chanika, Havim Sheshlem, Chelik Baritz. They said this is our land. And we have to announce to the world who we are, what this is our land. We have to wear our tzitzis out, we have to show who the land is, it's our land. So we have to make sure animals eat from the land, because we're going to get it, it's ours, let the goyim know, it's going to be ours. They're going to disappear, they're going to be gone, we have to make that statement. We have to do it. Okay. And therefore there's no problem of, it's a mitzvah the Mefarsim. Let everybody know that we're going to get this land, and we have to believe in God, and we believe in God, we're going to get the land, so let's get it now, and we got to do it. Right, Abram, Haim Talmidah, Haim Shalom, even if you should do Iraq, Chata Philosophy, the Kiva, Nadayan, Haim Lahem, Helibar, Figure, Adormi, they got, Choice of Meriva, Kalema, Techokos, the Masa Matan Shalalaka, Shabay, Abram, Villabainla, and they had an argument, halakhic argument. Kiva, Shero, Abram, Shaloi, you made out that, La Lach, Ula Maisa, Umaskin, Loraya, Maskin, Lohitzia, Bantam, Shaloi, Zima. Since Lot said, listen, this is how I paskin, and my animals and my students are going to follow me, and this is the deal, they're going to announce that, hold it right. What happened? In this bar Lol Avram now was informed. Shet Talmidah was there. This student, Kvar Yotzer, is no longer a student. No longer a student. He has his own view. He's standing up against the Rebbe. Right? Yotzer Meshuso. When Yochol Yosh Kayaf, they can't bend down to the Rebbe. The whole time they go Kayaf, the Rabbi, or Solo, Lodur, the Bokhan Rabbi. Any student that doesn't bend to the Rebbe has to leave. Why? Ki Yigrom, Shibushim, La'atzmo, Rabbi, doesn't be a problem. The Toiv, Bishvilo, this Rachim, and Rabbi. But this place, Yishar, Matzavo, Lo Yala, Lo Yala. He leaves, then he won't go up and he's in the Rebbe, he's fighting his Rebbe, he's going to go down and finish. It's done. But otherwise, he goes away, okay, you know, maybe he won't go through things. Let's turn over the thing. It was wrong for him to think he's bigger than the Rebbe. But since he thought that's the situation, that's the way. Nothing else. Lama binu b'midas chashav v'nuasol al hamalot. Hiperin on ma'alai al imer riva b'neinu. Ki anoshim achim anachto. B'yushil chazal. Choy eklas tefonum dein l'Avram. V'zeh his b'Avram l'loi. Es tamu v'nimu g'lama hu oim aloi shipa imenu. Z'nei gedu loso. Eklas tefonum dein l'loi. Hainu shu godom kamoso. V'chein tzorach hu liyosh nosi v'rab. And that's all he is liyosh tamu that's all. Tamu b'midas chesed to listen. And he was an honor. Amimino was chesed. And he was an honor. He said to his family, go. Let the go. Right? Avram Henid es Loit Benisoyin. Now he's going to test Avram. Look. The Loit Lo Amisha, he's going to test him. Is he on his own or not? Is he going to win or not? Okay, you want to go? Go. He's not going to give him the test. He gives him the low test. Shari Hoyo Lo Hakya Sen. Tell Pishu Margish, but Nafshu Shikwa Ola Roy Mamala. Yes, or Shosh Hashlem Mishal Malchus Beis David. I mean, Adlin Lishnei tomorrow. Nikamo Khalil Li Farid es Hana Min Ayila and Bishul Zeh Hashlem is that's all over the Zabek the Yesh Labra. Lo Loima, no Sia Likimat Oli. Lo Chala Paisha Mena Torim and Achayim. Lo Tia Oy Mavi Bema Menecha Bema Menecha. Si Makabal Yes Alatz Li Yesh Talmud. Kayab Labo Kol Yomen. Aloy Botzer Ben Li Yesh Nosi. The Atzur Achish Ugadol Ben. What did he say? What should happen? Well, felt, look, for me it's going to come this great, I want to become great Torah luminary. If I don't get my own place, my own thing, it's going to disappear. Where am I going to be? What's going to be? Right? That I must mean this last, I got to go on. What should he have done? What should he have done? Either Rabbi, get closer to Avram. And get more shleimus. He should say, no shilikimatoli. When anyone leaves his like leaving life. And when I make sure there's no more fights. And the Kabbalah, I have to use Talmud, Kaya, Barabba, Kalayomin. I just want to bend down. I will look what's the benefit of this. You want to be the big shot. You want to have his own domain, his own self. Even though maybe bigger than Avram. Actually bigger than Avram and still have life. Because Ezo Chacham Aloy made in Kol Adam Yosef. Okay. Lot Rotza Lahagzir Lemutav Esther. So what did Lot want to do? He had a test now. First of all, he failed the first one. He should have what? Get close on that door. Okay. But what was the inside his being? His own. Lot Rotza Lahagzir Lemutav. He wanted to be what? An outreach man. He wanted to go and help Clyde. He found a way to help the underdogs. These underdogs fall stones. Vayal had stones. The Pona Choshel Shul all of these they Avram Lahadira. What's the late Laharos Esprichim is elusive the Yasser is someone. You want to show his strength. My Rebbe he only took care of these regular. I'm gonna go and change the terrible bad to good. I'll show you my powers, I'm bigger than it. They hit Cairo him, I'll find the space in the sun to me, I'll find a niche what I can do. Cairo him is Chanin, Kimatay Mishivin, Kiknis Orchim the Seder, Kimasir's Nefesh, Kamayam Avidu, Achishki Aleim, Pain Oru Olav Chov Dalit Shanaka, Nuchenes Malachim, Kishiva Malachim Ahakim Esdoim, Choyaloy Panami, Susalan Chistem Kol Alayla Shaloi, Lachrium, Betana Shesh Tikva, Shalo Bilyodo, Lem Shakazman, Lachzoy Saluto. And then he said, the Malachim came, what did he say to them? Please, listen, I'm working with them, give me the chance, they're really good, these Malami, supposed to just work with them, and I believe low life, other people. Give me a secret. Malachim Echil said, no way. Milacha Poyla Dabe, how can you say good about him? Machash Shosan Abolo, Kazoi Salpanel, he's a low life. He's a low life. Ain't big bush, there's no way they're going to change, he's a dead. And you have to tell him, this man is strong, יש לנו הובן שכל התפיל שנאמרו ביחד ולוי, חכו מהם על פנימיוסו, שנפגם משהו במידות, שוכת לאין סלאמה, כל ונפגם אצלו משהו בין רוח נמוכו, בנפש שלו, כבר לא היה מוקשו ויספוי, לא נשלם בגיל, לא מחזר, ותאי לבקש נפות את זה. Really, since he felt that he was bigger, so he wanted to separate. When do you want to separate from somebody? When there's a wife, you want to separate a husband. With time and back when you want to have lust, you want to separate. People want to stay close. Family wants to separate when you run into time. When you're no longer nefesh your when you're not nefesh you want to separate. You can't stop a person. That's when you need back. Getting interesting? What? I really wanted to do Hogger today with Sarah. Gotta get it back. Let's get the last two things down. I don't have to cover that 5 minutes to get out of here. You gotta know Shiur at 6. I will say that too. I will think about it too. So what made him separate from Avram? Ha'aiva, that lust, that force, that drive, that desire. אבל לא יש רק סיבה פנימית, התמונה בעמק בין הכלי והנפש. רק כלפי שמע יגעיה. This, what he wanted was God wanted. You boil on the mice, like Michael Kamen, I'm going to master me, really, I'm a close and really what? I mean, you and my Rabbi wants to do. Just as Makar, people on Makar. So they put us out, isn't it? Rabbi Medina, what's a natural Abura, Latsu, and after the Shnei, the Chevy, the Mocha, therefore, what happened, we say this, we still love this time, we have to come to say, you're no good, get out of here, we say this time. They love you, Makar, do you watch this night? When I mean, I said, Abram, I should go for favor, shallow, be they like Mark, yes, you know. Much like that, Abram also felt that Lot had the ability and the quality to be Tapas, you know. Abram said, hello, tell me that. The Shoshan not to have its malachim, the Yitzhak HaNoshim Bar. Hello, Shoshan is done. Nothing but all the Achnor with Namo, the Bakish Minul, Shaflu et HaNoshim, and that's HaNefet. That's called a push move, the Umpay Kolad. Let's just show how you have a lot. Let's become, I'll be shot somewhere. Release my Simon, Yeshiva, Hashem, Asa, Achta, and Hefet. The Lama Loyas Havan, Tachet, and we win. Masha Koli Shoshan, Mikano, Yosef, Zay, Shoshan, Masha. אלא ועדה שגם המסונו כמו תלמידים זה עלוי חמידו להויל בברכה. ולמייסה זה עליה בשונה הראשונה להסחבותו של רייט אינסטיין. רק השורר יד שיש אורי תחיל ההסחבותו של אברהם, כתוב בחס ללמוד, על ידעת עושה שיש לי שולט בראש, אינו עושה לשייטי ולמי נגרר. הוא כבר יתוקן עושה בתת ההשבוע ישוב על השם. אז כדוקר משפט דבר, כפי תרס אמרו שולט הוא כפרס מצבלם. הראשון האלו, אנשיסטון, אף לאחר חוק הראשונה, שלא שולט בוהם, כתיב את מעשים ומומות. בסוף הסביתו שולט שעיסו, ומסוח לאחר מכיסי סגולים. כתיב מצבלם, על שעושה חסר לרוני אחר חנון. Really, 24 years before, Abraham Said had to fight with the Malakas. Said no, gives the people back. He should have focused the guys are no good. And he relied upon Lot to do the job. Even when he relied upon, they had a good feeling for Lot. And had a good eye, but all that, what happened at the end? Lot could not do that. But all these things could not help. Kini Bono Mida Eisa HaKol. Barum Arka Shamala B'nei Jesus Shalom Rabbeinu. Velo Elon Masa Yiyah Maisi Maisi Halachen. Hakama Tzorch Arab, listen Rabbi, word Talmida. Hakama Tzorch Talmud Yodis Kofel Rabbi. Afilu Shu Margish Batson Shu Kavar. Sholi Betachos Osmenu. Mokam Lo Yazim Es Rabbo. Kamara Yishur Nefarcha Asi L'Cholam. What's his conclusion for the story? What's his conclusion? The Rebbe still supports the Talmud. The Talmud loves the Rebbe. Should be the Rebbe. I said, well, 20 years ago, I didn't know this fact. What's going to happen with me and my family? Where am I going to go? How am I going to get ahead? Yeah, where's my address? What do you already had Malcolm anyway? What happened in right? Even better. Much better. Because what was the mice? Adam Moab come out. Once the dome was destroyed, what happened 23 years later? What happened? What is it with the father? So, still, because of the oak was so great, even that terrible mice that took life, still from her came out, from the girls came out. What I like to do, tell you right now, there was a philosophical argument about an album. That's how we approach it all Chazal. That's what we approach the Machloek, the philosophical. And a certain sense of Shem Shamayim. Because God knew down heart that that's the Shem Shamayim. When we went to the war, how did it become the Shem Shamayim? Judah was not to be war. But Shammai knew it was the Shem Shamayim. Though now it's not the Shem Shamayim. But the Midos road, Chavlot were there. One was not, there wasn't a fight. One is going against who? That's not what we read about David Bachim. What is the Shem Shamayim? Even sure your words in Shtar, the Oyu Madam, they go to man, wanted to be bigger than who he was. So I'm going to let him go. And that was his color. Love God. Maybe next week, God willing, I'm going to learn the story. I haven't already printed it. I think the argument of Sarah and Sarah. Bring some more girls. Bring some more women. What was the matter of Sarah and Sarah? I want you to take it back to me. What? What? Yeah, that's it.